Instagram is straight hating.
Go and try your luck. Test me in again, we let it rain. Please don't start us up. Got that black and white, that yin and yang. Mr. Officer, please don't search us, we don't got a thing. Tell her park it up, then that ass be poking.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Megan, and if you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. Y'all, today I have my little blazer on. I have me a nice, good, hot cup of coffee. If you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell notification so that way you'll always be alerted once I drop new content. Today's video is going to be slightly different than my usual videos. I wanted to start a series to discuss something that I'm very, very passionate about. And yes, if you guessed it, it's all going to be about content creation. So I encourage you to definitely stick around for this video. I'm going to be talking content creation. I'm going to be talking my content creation journey, and I'm just going to be talking about all things creating content. I know I have a lot of content creators that follow me, and I also know that there are aspiring content creators. So I just was like, why not combine both things that I'm passionate about and keep it on one channel? But before we get started, I will be keeping natural hair on this channel. Natural hair is what actually started this channel, so of course I'm gonna keep that popping. So my new schedule is as follows. On Sundays, I'm going to be giving y'all natural hair content, beauty content, but Wednesdays are dedicated to content creation and just tips and tricks that I've learned along the way. So everything on Wednesdays is all about content creation. So if you're ready for this video, grab your coffee and let's chat content. This particular episode of my coffee and content is all about Instagram, and yes, y'all, Instagram is straight hating on us smaller influencers. But I just wanted to kind of give you some encouragement. Keep on creating. I know that everybody's reach or engagement has kind of suffered within these last 2 weeks because the Instagram algorithm has changed. But today I'm going to be giving you tips on how to capture an engaging audience. I feel like having an audience that's engaged will help you try to not beat the algorithm, but try to get the algorithm on your side. So having an engaged community is definitely top priority. So I just want to kind of tell you my little content creator journey on Instagram. First of all, when I started Instagram, I had no intentions of monetizing my Instagram. In this last year, I have actually done that. Engagement is key. And I'm gonna tell you some tips and tricks on how to increase your engagement, and this should start working for you immediately. So first things first is finding a like-minded audience like yourself. For me, I'm into natural hair and I'm into blogging. So most of the people that I follow on my Instagram account deal with blogging, podcasts, natural hair. That is basically what I see on my timeline. And so I have decided to develop an audience that I want to attract. I want to attract people that like natural hair because I'm talking about natural hair. I also want to attract people that are into blogging and into fashion because that is what I talk about on my blog. That is what I am talking about on my YouTube channel. So of course I want to build that audience to say, hey, come to my YouTube channel, listen to my coffee and content. Or, hey, come to my Instagram, look at this fabulous natural hair that I have. Or you can also catch me on YouTube, or you could actually catch me on my blog. So even though you don't have all those platforms, it's definitely okay. But today we're definitely just sticking with Instagram. But I'm just saying how Instagram can help you draw in your audience. Once you've drawn in your audience, you need to definitely engage with them and build your community with like-minded individuals. So the next tip, I kind of mentioned it in the first tip, was leave genuine comments. I like to stay away from just sending out emojis. I know sometimes we're busy, we don't have time to actually engage and leave genuine, thoughtful comments. But I do suggest, as often as you can, to leave a genuine comment. And I'm not talking about 3 emojis. That's not what I'm talking about. So what I'm talking about is if that post has a call to action, which is a call to action is just basically asking you to do something. In my Instagram post, I usually pose a question at the end of my caption. So I know who's read the caption and I know who has not read the caption, because some people just comment and I'd be like, what? I'm not even talking about that. But it's okay, they did leave a comment. But basically what I'm saying is if someone leaves a call to action, please answer their post appropriately. If they say, what are your self-care routines? go ahead and answer it. Leave a genuine comment. Make sure that it is a few words, just kind of like explaining yourself. You don't have to leave paragraphs. You don't have to leave a thesis statement, but just a genuine comment showing that, hey, I took time out to read your caption, and now I'm gonna go ahead and take my time out to go ahead and comment on your Instagram post. So that may attract that person to come on over to your side. One thing that I definitely hate, and it definitely will stunt your engagement rate, is follow for a follow. Follow for a follow. Stop asking me to do that. Follow for a follow? What? Okay, so I hate when I get in my DMs, sis, I followed you, follow me back. Sis, hold up. Let me look to see, it's just because you follow me does not mean I have to follow you. Now, if I enjoy your content, of course I'm gonna go ahead and follow you, but I hate when people say follow for follow. So I definitely suggest you don't say, oh sis, follow me because I just followed you. Stay away from that. We want genuine people on our team. We don't want people that's just doing follow for a follow. Because half the time these people are following you, you follow them back, and then they unfollow you. It's so shady. I hate it. People that I follow, if I'm following you because I like your content. I'm not gonna unfollow you, okay? Just because you don't follow me back, I'm not gonna unfollow you. I like what I see, so I'm gonna stick around. So don't get all pressed if someone does not follow you back and be like, oh, I followed you, why haven't you followed me back? Don't get pressed, sis. Keep it moving. Attract that audience that you're trying to attract and keep it moving. But no follow to follow. No follow for follow. Whatever it's called, none of that. The next tip I have for you is post consistently. Okay, so once you've built that audience, your audience is waiting on you. You gotta show up for your audience. So what I mean by that is post consistently. Don't just come on 1 week, maybe come back 2 weeks later. Your audience is waiting on you. Your audience wants to see what you have. If I follow you, I want to see your stuff. I want to see your content. I enjoy it. So don't just ghost me. Like, don't go away. I'm like, well, where is such and such? I know she's on here. Well, where did she go? Don't ghost your audience at all. Be consistent. Try to post consistently. And I know I'm preaching to the choir. I'm definitely preaching to myself. Last week, I wasn't as consistent, but I have been adjusting to going back to school, and this week I had to put my A game on. I was like, I am not gonna let what happened last week hinder me this week. So I think I have it under control. We will see, but I am definitely still showing up for my audience, okay? I'm not taking huge breaks. I'm not taking month breaks, even though I know social media breaks are very important. Let me get my coffee. Social media breaks are important. Breaks, period, are important. But learn to rest, not quit. So definitely show up for your audience. Be consistent as possible. And I'm telling you, more people will come in. They'll be like, okay, she posts Monday through Friday. I love her content. Let me join her. Let me engage with her. Let me, and then it'll increase the engagement all throughout. All right, this next tip, I am still kind of learning about it, but tell your story. So a lot of times in the beginning, I would just come up with a quote from Pinterest. I know. But I would come up with a quote from Pinterest. I would put that as my caption. No thoughts was going into the caption at all. And I was getting little engagement. Tell your audience what you want to portray your picture as. I'm not telling you to tell your whole life story, but I'm saying a quote, it's just so impersonal. Now some quotes, I'd be like, oh yeah, I feel that. But sometimes I want the person to elaborate or, give me more. So I do suggest, sometimes I will do a quote, but then under that, I'll explain a little bit more. I'll tell the story that I want the picture to explain to my audience. So definitely get into telling your story. That for me was kind of hard because I was like, I'm such a private person. And I'm not saying I'm telling all my business to the Instagram streets, because I'm definitely not. And I also wanted to mention, after you tell your story, make sure you do a call to action. I kind of mentioned call to action previously, but basically a call to action is asking your audience to do something, whether you're asking your audience to subscribe to your YouTube channel, if you're asking them to subscribe to your mailing list, if you're asking them to just do whatever you want them to do. Leave it in your caption, because I think a good successful caption should have a call to action. If you want them to comment on your post, that would be a great way to boost your engagement. So I always pose a question, Like today's picture, I'll go ahead and put it up. Today's picture, it was all about self-care. And I told my little story, what happened this morning and now where I am and what I plan to do. And then at the end, I was like, tell me about your self-care. And so I've gotten lots of comments about how people are practicing self-care. Had I not posed that question, I probably wouldn't have gotten that many comments. Does that make sense? Like, ask and you shall receive. So definitely place that call to action in your caption. The next tip I have for you is hashtags. Okay, sis, so I have been using hashtags, and prior to the Instagram algorithm changing, my hashtag game was strong. I'm gonna go ahead and insert some engagement pictures and reach pictures right here, and let me tell you, most of my reach was from the hashtags. Don't skimp on the hashtags. They only let you use 30, use all 30. Now, I'm not saying to use all 30 popular hashtags. You gotta mix it up. And I'll go ahead and definitely give you another video on how I strategically use my hashtags. That way I hit the hashtags with my reach. Lately, my reach has been a little flimsy because, Instagram is hating. But I think it would be worse if I didn't use hashtags. Since the Instagram algorithm changed, I have been reaching hashtags, but not as much as I was reaching before. Sis was reaching, like reach. But now, Instagram hating, but that's okay because I'ma still keep pushing through, and so should you. One thing about me, I'ma follow you if your feed is aesthetically pleasing. What I mean by that is I see a variety of things. One thing I hate to see is when I go on someone's page and it's just like headshot after headshot after headshot after headshot. And guess who was guilty? Me. I was guilty of that. I would just post my natural hair and just keep it, push it. I'm going to insert a clip on how my feed looked prior to me implementing more lifestyle content. And I'm going to insert a picture on how it looks now that I'm incorporating more things. I'm not just showing my face. Of course I'm showing my face, but I'm not just showing a headshot. So mix up your stuff. There's a lot of things that I know that you are interested in. And so I love a little bit of beauty. I love fashion. I love skincare. I have 2 kids, so I show them. Sometimes I know people don't want to show kids, but you have kid products, toys, diaper bags, or whatever. Put that on your Instagram feed. Mix it up a little bit. Nothing like when I go on someone's feed, and let me tell you, the first thing I do is go to their profile, and then I look, you know how you have that section, I guess it's like the like 8 rows or whatnot of their feed. I look at that, and if it's like booming, I will click on a picture and then I'll get to like it and follow that person. So yes, your feed definitely needs to be aesthetically pleasing. Alright guys, so those are all the tips that I have on boosting your Instagram engagement, which in turn will boost your Instagram followers. If you want me to elaborate any more on any of the tips that I've given you, then I can dedicate a whole video on that. Just leave them down below and I will make sure that I get it. So yes, y'all, I'm super excited. I'm excited because I love creating content, and as a content creator, I feel like, there's a lot of information out there, and I'm not stingy with the information. We can all win out here. So I'm definitely excited about this new series. If you are interested and you have not subscribed yet, sis or bro, subscribe to my channel so that way you can get more of this coffee and content. Please comment down below any suggestions or questions that you have about content creating. If you have any questions about monetizing your Instagram, leave them down below. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.